I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again, and I'll be honest with you, this is the third time I'm doing this video, because I don't know how to describe this movie. I don't know how to describe the movie, I don't know how to describe the film, because I don't know what the hell happened in the movie. But anyway, this is a paid request, one of two, for Eric. Thank you so much for that, I really appreciate it. I've said before, I'll say it again, for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, topic, reaction, review, re-review, randomness, out of the blueness, I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. Feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And yes, I know this is directed by David Lynch, which when I watch this, I'm like, no wonder I'm not a guy who's into Twin Peaks. I'm sorry, I'm not. Blue Velvet, not my cup of tea, but at the same time, I can appreciate that movie more than this, at least for stuff like Dennis Hopper's performance. I like Dune. I don't love it, but I like Dune. Maybe because I never read the book. Eraserhead I could deal with to a point. But I'm not a David Lynch guy. I'm sorry, I'm just not a David Lynch guy. And this, yeah, I can't tell you what the fuck happened. And hey, there are films I've seen where I was confused, but I can still enjoy. There's always exception to the rule. But it's like, you know what? I would rather watch Jacob's Ladder from 1990 with Tim Robbins. Hell, I would rather watch Donnie Darko, which I don't mind. As confused with that movie. But I can understand that a little bit more than this. Okay, before I go on, another thing to know with this film, it's the last film Richard Pryor was in. Richard Pryor. Love Richard Pryor. Love him as a stand-up comic. I wish his stuff like Here and Now, Richard Pryor Here and Now, live in concert, I wish those had a Blu-ray. I would gladly pick them up. Please, whoever owns them, put those stand-up in a Blu-ray set. I would gladly purchase them. Because I love his stand-up, and I love his movies. Right over there, I got a Blu-ray of See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Love that movie. I also... I miss the guy. I really enjoyed his comedic timing, his just energy. And then, you know, what happened to him, physical body just going down and down because of his affliction. And this was the last film he was in, and he's in it for less than 3 minutes. He's in maybe 2 scenes. He plays an owner of an auto shop. Hey, I'm glad you're back. Hey, guys, he's back. That's pretty much what he says. And then next time we see him, he's making a phone call talking about whether people don't want to be there or if people need to be let go. One or the other. I can't remember because it wasn't memorable. It wasn't funny. It wasn't dramatic. It was like anybody could have played this. And I don't know if it was a case of David Lynch really wanted to work with Richard Pryor really wanted to work with David Lynch. I don't know. Just out of the blue, there's Richard Pryor, and it's also sad to see because by this point his physicality was dwindled to the point he was in a motorized scooter. So it was more depressing than anything. And again, I don't know if he had more to do and he was cut out. But again, he's in less than 3 minutes. He's in like 2 little scenes. And I can't remember a single sentence he said other than, hey, he's back. Yeah, Richard Pryor. Nothing dramatic and nothing funny. So it's just a waste. Waste of Richard Pryor. Waste of his last film appearance. And other people in the cast, you have Bill Pullman, who is the star for the first half of the movie. Robert Blake, who was in the TV show, I think he's Beretta, who might have killed his wife in real life, so he's a creep in real life and a creep in this. Henry Rollins, who's known for his music. He was also in films like Charlie Sheen's The Chase. He was in Wrong Turn 2. He's in here as a guard at a prison. I don't even think he had a line of dialogue. Robert Loggia, who was in Independence Day, and he was in Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone. Patricia Arquette for Nightmare on Elm Street 3: The Dream Warriors. This is one of those films that's in the realm of I don't give a fuck. As in, by the time it got halfway through, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't need to look at some thesis that someone I'm sure made, because I don't give a fuck. Why don't I literally had to just start writing shit down to try to, study for a fucking quiz. And if I studied Chinese algebra, I think I would more understand what the fuck was going on in this movie. And again, there are confusing movies I enjoy. Love Jacob's Ladder from 1990, and I'm not confused by that. I like Donnie Darko to a point, but this, Bill Pullman, he's a saxophone player. No, not the one from the Lost Boys. He's with Patricia Arquette. We get to see her titties. Cool. They did VHS tapes. Yes, there were VHS tapes in 1997 when this came out. Someone had a camcorder and they filmed their house. They freaked out. They called the cops. Cops do nothing because they're full of shit. At least in this movie. There's a point where Bill Pullman looks over. There's Patricia Arquette, but it's got Robert Blake's face. Hey, that would steer me too. Goes to their party. There's Robert Blake. Creep in real life, creepy in the movie. And Robert Blake, to be fair, he does a good job. He does a good job being creepy. I don't even say I have a problem with the acting. The acting's not the problem. I like Bill Pullman. I like him in The Serpent and the Rainbow. I like him in Spaceballs. I like Bill Pullman. He's not a problem here. Robert Blake, he's creepy. The way he looks, his demeanor. Call me. Why? Because I'm at your house. What? Yeah, call me. And then, here, use my phone. And then he calls and Robert Blake's at his house. Even though he's talking to him. I can't even begin to try to understand what the fuck's going on. Gets another tape. It's Patricia Arquette dismembered. And it looks like Bill Pullman did it. And there's symbolism where he's in the bathroom before then. And then there's Patricia Arquette's looking at the corner. It's dark. And so then you see Bill Pullman coming out of the darkness. The symbolism for coming out of the darkness. And maybe his inner self coming out. Or he found out stuff about Patricia Arquette. And it's him snapping or finally going to his dark desires and fulfilling them. Or what happens later, split personality. Aliens, whatever the fuck. I just don't give a fuck. Because as the movie keeps going on, it gets more confusing. Because he goes to jail for the murder of his wife, Patricia Arquette. And while he's in jail, he gets headaches. And then, can you give me aspirin? They'll cut to someone driving on the road. Then some younger guy shaking as if he's going to do the Ultimate Warrior if he had ropes in front of him. Then the guards look in the next morning and it's not Bill Pullman in the jail cell. It's this young auto mechanic guy. And even they're like, who's this guy? We don't know who that guy is. How did he get here? We don't know. Look up the computer. Yes, this young auto mechanic guy. He's been missing. And When Bill Pullman was freaking out before then, it looked like a fucking alien was ready to get him. Fire in the Sky style. Ready to abduct his ass. Well, literally. So now Bill Pullman's out of the picture for a good long while. Now we're with this guy for like an hour. Because the movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. Yeah, the movie needed to be almost 2.5 fucking hours long. Because David Lynch, you're not supposed to understand what the fuck he's doing. You're just supposed to admire. Yeah, I can admire. There's some nice cinematography. The soundtrack. There's some good songs in here. Whether by, I think 9 Inch Nails did one song. And okay, I'll just listen to those on YouTube. Not watch this fucking film. So the younger mechanic goes home. His dad is played by Gary Busey. Which, no, there's no crazy Gary. If you're not going to have Gary Busey be crazy or insane or anything, fuck's the point of having Gary Busey there? I like Gary Busey, but anybody could have played this role. So then, this younger mechanic guy gets his life back on track. He gets his job back. Working at this shop owned by Richard Pryor, again, who's in it for less than 3 minutes. I don't know why the fuck he's in this. That's probably a more interesting story than the movie I'm watching. Robert Loggia. I like his performance. It's hyper. It's energetic. He's a guy who looks like he's a mob guy. He's got all these guys with him. He's friendly with the mechanic. Hey, can you help me out here? The mechanic helps with his car. Oh, man. Love what you do, man. As they're driving to test it out, some asshole tailgates him. So Robert Loggia, when the guy goes over and flips him off, Robert Loggia chases him, hunts him down, beats the fuck out of him. Don't you tailgate ever! I don't know what the fuck this whole tailgating section have to do with Robert Blake's creepy ass and killing Patricia Arquette, and why the fuck is Bill Pullman, whether it be supposed to be an iota of split personality, whether it be an iota of something to do with death, I don't fucking know. And you know what? I'm sure there are plenty of people doing a thesis or two on YouTube, on the internet. I don't give a fuck about knowing. Because it did not interest me. The characters, as in Bill Pullman, interest, I like him as an actor, if that means I'm interested in the character. Not really in the character, just I like the actor. Same with, you say, were any of these people. It's not really the characters I'm interested in. It's, oh, I like Patricia Arquette. Oh, I like Bill Pullman. Oh, I like Robert Loggia. I'll just see other movies with them in it. Serpent and the Rainbow and Elm Street 3. By the time I watch both of them, probably almost the same running time as watching this fucking movie. So, Robert Loggia has another Patricia Arquette with him. It's his girl. The young auto mechanic falls in with her. They have phone. There's a point where he gets called by Robert Blake, who says the same thing to him that he said to fucking Bill Pullman earlier. He has sex with Patricia Arquette. Goes to see Arquette. There's a bunch of dead folks around there. He looks at a picture. He sees 2 Patricia Arquettes in the picture. But then later on, when the police see it, they see 1 Patricia Arquette. The young auto mechanic Patricia Arquette go to a shed in the middle of nowhere, have sex in front of the car with headlights on. Great way to kill your battery in your car. Then when she fucks off to the shed, he gets up and now he's Bill Pullman again. Whether it's with the help of death or alien, whatever the fuck. You know what? If someone told me this was the help of fucking aliens, I would believe it. And Robert Blake's an alien. I would fucking believe it, honestly. And you know what? That would make more sense. Because now it's Bill Pullman. And he goes to the shed and there's no Patricia Arquette. It's Robert Blake, who chases him while holding the camcorder. And then you go back to the cops who sees these dead bodies and they see that picture, but instead of 2 Patricia Arquettes, there's 1 Patricia Arquette. And then we're led to believe, no, Robert Loggia is not a mob guy. He's a porno director. And Patricia Arquette was in one of the pornos. So, If I had to try to guess what's happening, I feel like I'm back in fucking high school in a test. Fucking quiz. Finals. Okay. Patricia Arquette maybe was a porno actress for Robert Loggia, and then maybe Bill Pullman found out, and then he wanted to go kill Robert Loggia's character, and then did or didn't do it, but, you know, killed Patricia Arquette because fuck you for being a porno actress, and then got caught, but when he's in jail, somehow metamorphosed into this guy to get out and be friendly with Robert Loggia and get close to him, and then he but then what's but then what's up with the young mechanic's family with fucking, you know, that guy existed because Richard Pryor noticed him, and there were not two Patricia Arquettes. There was one Patricia Arquette, and the other one he just imagined in his fucking mind, or I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. I actually agree with Roger Ebert. This is a film that makes no fucking sense. He didn't use those words, but he's right. I would appreciate a little bit of that. And then, after Robert Blake chases Bill Pullman with a camcorder, and Bill Pullman gets in the car, drives, then gets to where Robert Loggia's at, and then Robert Blake is there, and then Bill Pullman sliced Robert Loggia's neck with a knife. Robert Blake shoots at the Robert Loggia, whispers something to Bill Pullman, whether that's supposed to symbolize our work is done, you don't need me anymore, either that's the devil, or that's his darkness, or that's his psyche, or that's his split personality, or that's fucking E.T. phone home. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know, and I don't give a shit. Or, you know, so then he goes to his old place. He whispers something that we heard whispered at the beginning of the film, so I guess it's some loop thing. I better do this because they'll link to the beginning of the film where Bill Pullman heard something. Now this Bill Pullman says the thing, so I guess it's supposed to be some loop repeat. And then Bill Pullman gets to a car. He's being chased by cops. He's freaking out, like, and his face starts changing. Like he's going to turn into an Incredible fucking Hulk or something. And then the movie ends. On the Lost Highway, I went. Maybe he got, I don't fucking know, man. Either maybe he died in jail and this is his loop turmoil. Or he was never alive to begin with. Or something else happened. Or he, I don't know, went to Dimension X. I don't fucking know, and I don't give a fuck. Positives, the acting, like Robert Loggia, Robert Blake, they're not, for what they're given, they're doing a good job. Bill Pullman is there. He doesn't really have much to do other than look confused, which I don't blame him. Patricia Arquette, get to see her titties. That's a positive. Richard Pryor, last film he's been in, and just sad to see him. The soundtrack, some good songs. Can't remember what the songs were. I should have looked up the soundtrack, but I remember hearing some good songs in there. You just type in Lost Highway soundtrack, you'll find them on YouTube. There's some moments that could create a nice mood, yes. Early on, I mentioned the scene where Bill Pullman's looking in the bathroom, and then Patricia Arquette's looking into the corner, it's all dark, and then she leaves, and then you see Bill Pullman walk out of that corner of darkness. That's a nice bit of mood. Helped with the music. I don't really have much issues with the cinematography, so that you just say that's a plus. But the story, it's too long. 2 hours and 20 minutes is way too fucking long for this. I'm sorry, David Lynch. It's confusing, and it's fucking nonsense. That's what it looks like, just fucking nonsense. That's what the fuck it is. It's not nonsense that I got the request. I appreciate Eric. I said it could be for pretty much anything. It's not to Eric. It's to, I get it that David Lynch is a proclaimed auteur filmmaker. You know what? Any fucking person to go out there and shoot random shit and have random shit happen and not make sense, and then there's always going to be audience that goes, hey, there's an apple. It's in a museum. Oh, but you look at who painted it. So someone's going to look into all the theories and theses of what that apple represents, and the other guy's going to be like, it's just a fucking apple. I guess at this point I'm like, it's just a fucking apple. It's just a fucking nonsensical movie. Doesn't make any fucking sense. And there's plenty of other movies I could watch for atmosphere. Session 9, I could watch for atmosphere. Jacob's Ladder, I could watch for atmosphere. Many films of John Carpenter I could watch for atmosphere. And many, many more. Not this movie. Bill Pullman. All these actors, I mentioned movies I would rather watch them in. Soundtrack. Just listen to the songs on YouTube. Fuck this movie. I will never see this fucking film again. I guess the only merit to say is, at least I saw the last film Richard Pryor was in. It's sad that it was in this fucking movie. You don't get it. Again, you're right, I don't get it. Just I don't want the STD either. I don't want to get the STD. I don't want to get Lost Highway. It didn't get lost. Forever, for all I care. Just go to the fucking Lost and Found and keep it there. Please. Thank you. See you guys later. Fucking shit, man.